What's up, everyone? How are you guys doing? How's everyone doing tonight? Good. Oh yeah, Francis. Oh yeah. Lunar, what's up? What's up? Alrighty. So, oh, let me add something real quick to the stream. Let's see, where is it? There we go. All right, all right. So, what's up, guys? So, before we get started, let's recap today or this AM session. So, AM session we actually had a pretty good trade. The only problem with this trade is we were in it for like an hour and a half. So, right here, we took out the low right here. One thing that I always like when we get trend like a really nice trend session overnight is I always like it when we continue higher. Right, most of the time we usually do kind of respect any type of like big for value gap that we have overnight. So like this, you can see we trended overnight, pulled back, right, hit that CE of that 15-minute gap, took out that sell set right there. We got a 5-minute inversion, so I did get long in there, and we chopped for like an hour, like over an hour, right, and then finally we ran up and hit targets. Um, so I did not hold all the way to this target. I was tired of being in this trade, so I pretty much got out all right in here in this area. But we did hit our full targets up there, so decent trade there. But let's see. So this session, let me delete all these levels real quick. Let's see. London low, Asia low, Grant low. Can delete this. I will have. So we will draw yesterday's high. Just drawing all the levels real quick, guys. So yesterday's high, then this is yesterday's low now instead of overnight low. Um, so on the daily, you can see we had a nice candle close above that weekly gap. Next target that I'm seeing for us is this weekly gap up here, right? So I think we will come up here and hit that gap. So maybe we can find some pullbacks to get long to that area. But yeah, um, let's see. Let's drop back down to the 1 minute. Yeah, so there's that trade. You can see this chop that we had. So we got in right here, right, and we started going after 83 minutes, right, right. So you know, I mean, great trade, right, without this chop, you know, but what really kind of pushed us off here was okay, we have this 1 minute inversion right here, right? So price pulled up to it, rejected that CE, that gap, took out that low again, and then finally just had a really nice buy sequence going through that 1 minute gap, and then just grinded its way up. So, um, you know, overall good trade there, but that was my only trade on a funded account today. So let me draw. Let me draw this real quick. All right, so PM low is right here. Oh, equal lows, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much equal lows right there. Okay, cool. So we do have equal lows down here on NQ. Pretty much PM low. It is PM low. So that's nice to know. Let's actually go look at ES. See what happened with ES. All right. So ES is down there as well. Okay. All right. All right. How did everyone do during Asia? I know that a few other traders on the New York stream in the morning caught a similar long to this. I don't know. I don't know where their targets were. I don't know how long they held, but how do you guys do during Asia? Go to the 15 real quick. So 15 over here. So it's pretty much what we're playing with is yesterday's high, and then pretty much this equal low right there. So 15-minute, we do have this gap right here, right? So we do have this gap on the 15 right here. So you can see we did bounce that CE, and now we are inversing it. We have 8 minutes left on this candle. So if we do close below this gap, if we do inverse this 15-minute gap right here, I could see us I could see us going for this equal low right here. So, and the reason why we bounced here with those equal lows, if we look left, what do we have? What do we have, guys? Boom. 15-minute gap. 15-minute fair value gap. Gaps tell you a lot. I mean, gaps tell you a lot, guys. Fair value gaps tell you a lot. So right now I'm just waiting, pretty much 8 minutes to see what happens with this gap. If we do inverse it, then we'll look for those equal lows. So that's what I'm playing right now. We also, as of right now, we also will have another gap right here. So yeah. So like the way I would play this, I would play this would be, okay, if we inverse this on the 15-minute, if we inverse it, then we drop down to the 5-minute or the 1-minute, and then we look for our entry model on the 1-minute or 5-minute, and then we kind of get in there, and then we kind of frame something like this. Right. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. But first, price has to inverse this gap. We do have a nice sell sequence right here. We do have a pretty nice sell sequence. Pretty much equivalent to this little buy sequence that we had. So that's good. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can inverse it. Let's see, what do we have drawn over here? Just remove all this. I'll just copy all this over here. I'll keep this chart a little bit cleaner. Yeah, so we do have that big big gap still down there, which was never inversed. So maybe you want to come down here, tap that again. We'll see. On the daily over here, I do like higher. I do like higher. So like what we could see is like, okay, maybe we take out like this low, this equal low, right, and then push higher off that, right? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But right now we are inversing this. We got 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left on this. So we actually are moving pretty. Never mind. I take it back. It's all right. I mean, it's all right. It's your average Asia session. We do have CPI tomorrow. So 1 minute did inverse. You can see this nice buy or nice sell sequence through this. Yeah, 4 minutes left. Just waiting 4 minutes here. I want to see if we inverse this. If so, then we're targeting these equal lows here. Check the 5. Looks like we no 5-minute gap. check the one. All right. Yeah, so this is my draw right here so far. As long as we close below this, this is it. What are your guys' thoughts on top one futures on that prop firm? I've heard some great things about people, getting some pretty solid payouts, right? But I've also heard some negative stuff about, them changing the rules. I'm curious to see how, what they're going to be like, 6 months to a year from now. Curious. TPT, Tradeify, Top Step. See, those are the blue chip ones. Those are those like Take Profit Trader, Tradeify, Top Step, My Funded Futures, Apex. Those are all the blue chip ones. Those ones are not going out of business anytime soon. All right. For TPT, for Take Profit Trader, and for Apex, you can use code GC Trading right here. GC Trading. It'll get you the best discount always. For Take Profit Trader right now, I think it's 30% no activation fee. So that no activation fee is going away soon. And then Apex 80% off right now. GC Trading as always. So, but yeah. So we do have let's see, we do have a minute 50 left for this 15-minute candle to close. We wanted to close below this gap right here. Yeah, top one, they're a new firm. They're a new firm. I don't know. There's been some mixed stuff about them out there. It looks like they are paying out. Not gonna lie, like it looks like they are paying out as of right now, but people are upset just because they're changing rules. So who knows? I don't know. You know. But yeah, if you guys want to stick with like the ones that are not going away anytime soon, I mean like my top two are Apex, Take Profit Trader, and or top three: Apex, Take Profit Trader, Tradeify. All right, so we have 57 seconds left. So remember, we are looking for this inversion. We're looking for this 15-minute inversion right here. Okay. If we see that, then we'll probably, I'll be targeting these equal lows down here. All right. So equal lows will be targeted if we get that. We get that close below. Five, four, three. All right. Yeah. So we did inverse. You can see that we did inverse right there. Let me check the 5 minute, see if we got a gap. No gap on the 5 minute till really kind of up here. Okay. Okay. Check the one real quick. I don't think I've checked the one yet. So yeah, there's a big 1 minute gap right there. So guys, our bias this morning, our bias for Asia or for AM session, New York AM, was pretty. I mean, it was pretty solid, guys. It was pretty solid. If you guys were in the Discord this morning for the stream, I mean, like it did exactly what we wanted. We said, okay, we wanted to come down. We wanted to respect, this gap, this 15-minute gap. We wanted to take sell side. And what did it do? Took sell side, 5-minute inversion, right? And then just lifted off of that. Like that's like that. Like that's exactly what we wanted. That's it. The only thing that was unexpected was this chop right here, this hour and a half of chop. But you know, Yeah, I mean, it played out that's it right there. So that is it. All right, so price is getting a little weird down here. Price is getting a little weird. If you guys haven't liked the stream, please hit that like button. One thing that we can look for here is this 15-minute gap retest. I mean, it's high up there, It's like it's high up there. Preferably, I don't know, because like you guys know my entry model, right? High time frame delivery and or liquidity sweep paired with a lower time frame inversion bonus with SMT or whatever else we get. Um, by the way, I did just release a video on SMT on Saturday, so if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. Um, let me see. Let's see. So when we drop down to the 5 minute, right, we do have this gap right here. We do have this 5 minute gap, right, and that's kind of what we're holding right now is that 5 minute gap. So I will just kind of leave that there for now, right, just to kind of see. Um, but yeah. So let's see. I mean, like, what would be kind of nice is okay. We form this 15-minute gap right here, pull up into that, and then we look to get short. All right. Yeah, NQ or ES closed below that as well. Closed below that 15-minute inversion. So and not really forming any type of displacement here. Or like a nice or value up candle is what I mean. Like this is the only gap that I'm seeing is that little guy. That's way too small for me to take. Um, I would like to see some more like what would be nice is if we take out this high. If we take out that high and then we get an inversion inside this 15-minute gap, that would be ideal. That would be ideal. So, what are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking here? You guys bearish? You guys bullish? We did inverse the 15-minute gap. We are holding the 5-minute gap. But I think if we do take out this high and go into this 15-minute gap up here and we get a nice inversion, I think that would be a good short. Ryan says he is bearish to NYPM low. NYPM low. So that is 2859. That's the equal low, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Very nice. That's my draw too. Is that equal low? I mean, like, come on, like it's a really good draw. I think, yeah, that's like a really really nice draw. Equal low, PM low, just inverse 15-minute gap, nice sell sequence down there. Oh yeah, is it relative equal low or is it like equal low? I think it's equal low. like to the tick. It looks like it. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah. Pretty interesting wick right there. 5 minute has got three. Okay, so wait, 15 minutes. 15 minutes got 8 minutes left on that. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so far, like I said, the only gap that I'm seeing on the 1 minute is this gap right here, which is absolutely tiny. So I mean, like if we drop down to a 30, yeah, I mean still if we're on the 30 second, there's not much going on there. Might be a little hard to find an entry here. I mean, like we got a ways. Like yeah, like even if we come down here and do this, displace, and then we get that pullback, like that's fine too. Like we don't need to get it right here. It might not be ready. So just whenever it presents itself, then we can get in. you know, I think it's harder to manage the like yeah, I think it's harder to manage the trade than it is to like get in the trade. Like to find the draw, find the model. Like I think it's harder to manage. Like getting in is the easy part or easier part. Managing, that's where it gets tough in my opinion. Because it's so crucial. Like, okay, where at what point do you go break even, right? Because then like that alone determines, okay, like if I go break even now, or just a tad bit too early, it might come down, hit my break even, and then rip 200 points to my target, right? Or it's like, okay, we're up pretty nicely, I want to go break even now, because I am worried that we will come back, and then we'll go up and hit, targets, so then it's like, okay, but then if that trade comes back and loses, you're like, all right, well, I should have, moved to break even, right? So like that's like managing the trade is harder, in my opinion, than like actually getting into the trade. That makes sense. At least for me. We are seeing a nice sell sequence here. Are we gonna break these relative equal lows right here? So guys, I do stream in the Discord at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, New York Open for free. So link for that's in the description. Yeah, so far we are holding these relative equal lows right here. So far we are. We did take out that low. Yeah, ES did too. Maybe we come back up here and take out that high now, and then we rip lower. We'll see. So the 5 minute closed below. 5 minute finally closed below that fair value gap right here. So that's just more bearish confirmation for us. Yeah, why do my candles look blurry? This happened earlier on my like when I was trading this morning. The candles were looking blurry. See, like now it's clear. I think it's like a little glitch in trading view. A little bug that they got going on. Yeah, it's clear now. Yeah, so draw is this right here, these equal lows. Trying to find a way to get in. Price, delivery right now is not very great. It's super wicky right now. So, just I'm just waiting for a clean entry. I do think we will hit these equal lows. I'm not just gonna get in now. I need to have a clean entry here. But yeah, is anyone in a trade right now? You guys got any trades going on? Yeah, yeah. This is so wicky. Wick, wick, wick. Big wicks right here. No. Let's check the 5 minute. Let's see. 5 minute. Okay. All right. Yeah, so just kind of consolidating right here so far. This little area. We got a minute 48 for this candle right here. So, but yeah, still super wicky. No types of gaps for us to take anything off of. So for bears, I'm wanting us to take out this high right here. Wanting us to take out that high, and we look for the inversion back down because we have this 15-minute gap and a minute 15 as well. I'm going to delete this 5 minute gap. Yeah, so 15-minute gap be right here. So, maybe we take out that high, go into that gap, reverse back down. That's ideal. That would be the ideal trade. So, have 11 seconds left. 11 seconds here. Can't you fix that by having a fixed risk to reward? Yeah, but I don't really like having a fixed risk to reward. And then also, for like Brit, like I think it's really important to go break even too. So, Robert, what's up? How's it going? So yeah, looking for price to come up here into this area and then look for that run back down. So if we draw this over here, there's that 15 gaps. We want price to go up in there. Want price to go up into the gap and then run down. Let's see. Yeah, don't. Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing any other gaps here. Not seeing any gaps. Nothing for us to really get in off of, at least for my model. I trade inversions, so ES has got a little. ES looks a little bit cleaner, just a tad. Look at that. So this is our target right here. These equal lows. So might go there without us. That's fine. Don't want to FOMO. Do not want to FOMO here. Small dub today, 1.5 R. How was your AM session? AM session was actually pretty good. We pretty much called it out perfectly. So over here, caught this long right here. I did not hold the whole way here because I was so like when I like this is exactly what I wanted. So I wanted price to rip down here, tap into this 15-minute fair value gap, take out that sell side, and then get the inversion, which we did right here, 5-minute inversion. So I got in right here, and I held for like 80 minutes. Well, longer than 80 minutes actually. And then price finally started ripping up higher here. And then I took profit somewhere in this area. I had not hold the whole way, but yeah. So a pretty solid morning. Especially for a Monday. All right, so this is check a 3-minute. So we do have a 1-minute gap. I don't know if that's significant enough for us. Like what I would like, you guys can see we're kind of starting to build this low resistance liquidity up right here, right? So ideally we take it out and then we rip lower. That's ideal situation right there. But we might just do this. We honestly might just like until we hit that equal low. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna draw this 1-minute gap. So I do want us to take out at least some of this. I ideally tap into this gap up here. That'd be great. So we'll see what we get. All right, so NQ had no problem inversing that gap right there. No problem. So, and that was the first significant 1-minute gap that we had. I mean, like the only other one would be like this little guy right here, which is still pretty small. This one's a little bit more significant here. So, like for all the aggressive traders out there, if you inverse this right here, that would be an invalidation of the BPR. So that could be an entry. Something like, honestly, I'll probably do something like that. If you guys are super aggressive and thinking it's going to go without another sweep. Looks like we are kind of still building some low resistance, right? I would like it to take out at least one of these areas. That was a horrible line. Yeah, at least like this. So we'll see. This does look pretty interesting right here. This looks pretty interesting on the 15-minute. I want this to push up just a little bit more here. So let's see how big this is right here. 18 points. All right. All right. I'm not going to go for super long today. I got some things that I got to do tonight. So down for another 15 minutes or so. Check the 30-second here. Holding this 1 minute gap right here. I'm wanting us to take out some of these highs. Wanting us to take this out. See what happens. We got 6.5 minutes left on the 15-minute candle. It's kind of what we're waiting on right now. Looks like we're going back into this 1 minute gap. Oh. So yeah, I mean, like if you guys are aggressive, if you guys want to find a very aggressive entry, this, that's your aggressive entry right there. Is this? That's your aggressive entry. I would go break even here at this level, but this does look like low resistance liquidity. So I'm not gonna take it. I'm not taking it, but because I need like if this were to take out that high, okay, yeah, then maybe, or if we were to go up into this gap, then yeah, for sure. But we did not do any of that stuff. We're just still kind of just doing this. I would want us to take something out and then go. That's just how my model kind of works. If this goes now, like, great, but I'm wanting us to take some of this out. So I'm not in this right now. It did not even inverse here. It held that. So far, pretty much this entire session, well, since I've been online, we've kind of just been building out this low resistance. So like, yeah, like that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we take it out. I'm thinking we take it out and then we hit equal lows. Unless if we, take out equal lows and then hit it. That's if we get option one. So option one's this, right? If we get that, like, yeah, I'll play it. Um, yeah, we'll see what happens if we take this out. If we take this out and then we get a nice, like, we start pushing up with a really nice buy sequence, then longs might be in play. Yeah, you can see right there, just building up right there. I'm thinking I don't know, I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we wait. Thinking we wait. So again, still flat. I'm not in any trades right now. Still flat. I just have this upper here. Just that's like the best thing that I could see. I'm not in it. I'm not gonna take it. But yeah, so if I were to be in this, I would go break even at this low right there. Because at any time, I feel like we could just take this out, like I've been saying. Price likes to do that. It loves to take out stops. Loves to take out stops. Like our play this morning. What happened? What did we do? Right. So first we took out sell side right here. Right. Lots of people probably tried to get long right in there. And then what happened? All right. What did we do? We took out this low right here. So first we took out sell side, then we had the manipulation leg right here, and then we finally went. All right. So you really like that's one big thing with trading is you really want to wait, as long as you kind of can until you kind of get that manipulation. Because let's say let's say people are targeting let's say people are targeting like this level, right? And we're doing this, right? Whatever. If we just like get in here, right? Like this is not like, yeah, I mean, like this thing can definitely just go up like that, but there's a good chance price is going to do this and then go. So that right there, once price does that, that's where you want to get into. At like at least for me. And then especially if you got like a, like let's say you got like a 5 minute gap, like a higher time frame gap right there, right? So if, like this is my entry model right here, right? If let's say your draw is up here, right? You want price to take out some sell side, take out some stops, go into a higher time frame gap, get a 1 minute inversion, something like this, or just like a lower time frame inversion. In this case, it'll be 1 minute since this is a 5 minute gap, and this would be your model pretty much right here. And then you would target, that high, or you would run it up there, whatever you want to do, right? If you're on props, probably just want to try to go for 1.5 R. If you're on like a live account or whatever, you can try to run it if you want. But that's my entry model right there. So price has died out right here. I do have to log off in about 5 minutes, so let's see if we get something pretty soon. So far, price is not having any type of good delivery. Still building out low resistance liquidity. I do think it'll get to equal lows at some point tonight. So for the traders staying on, watch out for this. Watch out for 2859. I think ideally I want this. Ideally, but we'll see. Delivery is not very good though. See how choppy we are? Not very good. This is better. This is better right here. Still a little bit choppy, but or like this is like a really nice buy sequence. Once we inversed this 1 minute gap right here, that's what like this is when the Jets started kicking on right here. Once we inverse that gap, we got a really nice buy sequence up through that inversion and then just kept going the entire time. Look at that. So like that's another thing too is you can have like a really 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 nice setup, But then if delivery is not there, it's gonna be hard to get to hit your targets. It's gonna be hard because it'll be super super choppy. So if we do hit this equal low before taking out these highs, which looks like it's gonna do, probably look for like the flip back up to take out this low resistance to target this right here. So that's kind of what I would look for. For all of the new members in here, thanks for watching. I do stream live in the Discord at 9:30 a.m. Eastern for free. So link for that is in the description below. But yeah, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet, Francis. But I'll stand for a few minutes. But yeah, I do stream in the Discord for free. Link for that's in the description of this video of this live stream. So yeah, so I'm not in this. I'm not in this right here. Alrighty, alrighty. So let's see if we can take out some highs here. Let's see if we can take out some highs. Unfortunately, I got to hop off like a minute. I'm running out of time here, guys. I would like to stay here because I think this will provide a very nice setup. Eventually, I think it will. But I got some other stuff I got to do, unfortunately. So if I do see this play out, I'll keep you guys updated in the Discord. So if you guys do wanna, I know, Francis, I know that that's what it always does. That's what like every single time, if you guys go back and watch all my previous Asia streams, every single time when I hop off stream, price rips like a million points. it's it's hilarious, but yeah, yeah. So if I do think we will get a nice setup tonight. I'll keep you guys updated in the Discord. It's free. I don't give signals out in there, right? I don't do signals, but I just kind of you know I stream in there in the morning. I'm not showing entries like, okay guys, we're getting in here, like no, I don't do that, but I like talk through it, right? Tell you guys the game plan. Um, but yeah, nice buy sequence right here. Really nice buy sequence. All right, so this is what I'm looking for. Like this, if we can push up into this area, one of these gaps, ideally this red one right here, this 15-minute, if we can do this, and we do something like this, boom, and we get the inversion. Let's say we get like a 1-minute inversion, like somewhere in there, right? Maybe something like right there, and we get that inversion right here. That would be the trade. That would be the trade right there. But unfortunately, I am out of time tonight. So tomorrow I will be able to go longer. So if the market, provides, if the market looks good, I'll stay on a little bit longer. But yeah, unfortunately, I do have to go now. So thank you for watching, guys. Thanks for watching. Even though we did not take a trade, it's fun watching the charts. So I learned a lot. Experience, experience, experience. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Use code GC Trading right here for Apex and for Take Profit Trader. Apex is 80% off right now. And also go ahead, join the Discord. It's completely free. We are getting a 1-minute inversion right here, guys. Here's a 1-minute inversion. We did not really take out any highs. Did ES did not take out a high either. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please hit that like button. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning in the Discord at New York Open. And I'll also stream tomorrow night for Asia. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Adios.